Okay, so I thought I'd do another update. I printed out um, the instructions on the new drone. Um, so one of the things that I'm a little bit confused about was at first was because the controls are different to the these controls for this other drone are not the same as they are for the um, for DRC F3. And initially, when I first powered up the remote, I'm just looking at the instructions. When I first powered up the remote, it showed a bunch of satellites, and I thought it was working indoors, but it's not actually. It was just defaulting to. Um, it wasn't configured because I wasn't connected to the drone at the time. But when you do connect to the drone indoors, when I connect to the drone indoors, it doesn't pick up at the satellites, which is kind of what I would have expected because uh, where I am, I'm surrounded by bricks and concrete ceiling and everything. Um, I for the last since I got it, I'm actually charging up at the moment one of the batteries for the drone because yesterday I was a bit busy with other things and stuff, and I just my memory's not so good, and I have a hard time memorizing stuff. So uh, I just spent a bit of time since yesterday. Actually the day before, I think, when I got the drones, but spent a bit of time trying to remember all the flipping functions because what's confusing to me, what is confusing is the fact that when you press these buttons, the multifunctional buttons, and so you press it once quickly, and it's the fast and slow gear, and I was a bit worried about that because you've got to remember that you've got to press it long press to activate the obstacle avoidance switch. And if I accidentally pressed it quickly, I could go into fast mode. And another thing I found out was that it doesn't actually show me on the remote um, what speed it's at. Well, it doesn't really. It it's a bit worrying because I don't want to be using it at fast speed indoors because I don't want to crash into my furniture. Obviously, I don't want to. Anyway, so you've got to do a long press for obstacle avoidance, and then it seems to work better if you go to the phone app, the app on the phone for doing the speed. Because when you go to the app on the phone, you press the um, configuration button, and that brings up another menu. And in that menu, you can adjust the speed gears, and it defaults to 60%, which is pretty fast. But if you hit on the menu, there's a box pops up, and when you hit on the menu, um, the speed you can drop it right down to 30%, which is what I want for indoors. I don't want it to just go speedy Gonzalez sort of thing into the wall. Well, obviously with obstacle avoidance, it shouldn't do that anyway. But yeah, so it's there's a lot to take in, right? There's a lot to remember. I mean, I've got to go into the app. I've got to set the speed, um, and then I've got to go. Then I've got to go to the remote to set the obstacle avoidance active, and I've been trying to figure out how you. It does the obstacle avoidance actually work with GPS turned off? I don't know, and I've been trying to figure that out. So um, that's what's worrying me a bit at the moment. So I'm still studying it, and I'm going to watch some more YouTube videos on it and see. I've been trying to find a YouTube video where somebody else is using it indoors, and I want to see if the obstacle avoidance actually works indoors because I haven't found out yet whether or not it works indoors or not. And so I've been trying to work that out before I actually do fly it because I've not flown it yet. It's Thursday today, and I still haven't got a flipping thing flown yet. But the weather, as I say, I can't really do it outside because the weather's lousy. It's been crap. Windy. It's really windy at the moment. So anyway, just an update on what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out. I want to find out if that works. I want to find out if that works indoors. At least I know how to set the speed, but I've got to go into the phone app to do that properly, because it says here fast slow gear, but when you press it once quickly, I couldn't see any indication on the screen as to what speed it was at. You know, I'm a bit confused. So anyway, I'm charging up the battery at the moment, because it might be something to do with the battery not being fully charged, because I was running it on a fairly low charge. And but I figured out what these lights mean, because there's no indication. There's the LEDs on here, which you can't really see on this picture, but there's about 4 LEDs, and the first one is charging indicator. The other one's indoor mode indicator, which is the second LED. And then there's GPS mode indicator, which is the third LED. And then the power indicator is the fourth LED. So yeah, I've got to remember all this stuff. And it takes me a while to remember stuff, you know. Anyway, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm just trying to remember stuff, and it's not easy for me at the moment, because yeah. Anyway, see you later. I just wanted to let you know where I am. Hopefully I'm gonna do a fly and record it to tomorrow, maybe, or tonight. I don't know yet. I'm just gonna see if I'm gonna watch some other YouTube videos and see if I can find something that's showing this particular GD95 global drone on indoor. Oh, the other thing I noticed was that the video resolution, it says HD high definition, but it doesn't. It's not very good indoors. Without sunlight, it's not as good as my the video quality. It doesn't appear to be as good as the my other drone, my older drone, the one I'm planning on selling. It looks a little bit fuzzy indoors, but that could be just because the light, it needs more light, because it looks a bit grainy indoors. So anyway, we'll figure it out, and when I do fly it, I'll record some video so you can see what it's like. Anyway, bye for now.